Hello friends, welcome to another video from the Indian Freelancer YouTube channel. My name is Stan. In this video today, I'm going to show you the process which is normally followed by the students to find teachers on preply.com. Now, if you're a teacher or if you're a tutor on preply.com who's looking to start their career or who's looking to grow on Preply, this video is going to help you a lot because I'm going to tell you about the mindset of the students with which they actually search for a particular teacher. Okay, and we'll see what are the different factors that make a student go for the particular teacher. Okay, so watch this video till the end. If you're new to my channel and you have not seen my previous videos, please go through them. I have made a lot of videos on Preply. I have shown how to start your career on Preply, how to create your profile, and all those basic things are covered in my videos. So if you're interested, please subscribe and be a part of this journey. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. Alright, so right now I'm on preply.com. You can see here. Now I have not logged in. Now there is a difference between having logged in to Preply, because when you log in you will see something different. Okay, the view will be different, but right now I'm not going to log in. I'm just going to show you the process by which somebody may select a particular tutor. Okay, all right, so once the student comes here, he will see something like this. Okay, he'll see this banner and these options here. For this video, for this demonstration, I'm going to choose a Hindi teacher. Okay, I'll search here for Hindi. So Hindi, you can see, is not one of the top 9 languages that are taught on Preply. Okay, these are the top 9 languages, and Hindi is here, where we have 220 teachers, 227 teachers who are teaching Hindi. Okay, and for other languages, you can see there are 23,000 people teaching English, 10,000 people teaching Spanish, 1,000 teaching German, Russian, all this. Okay, for Hindi there are only 227 teachers. So if you are looking to start your career as a Hindi tutor on Preply, then probably you are not having that much of competition. Okay, however, if you are teaching a smaller language, then probably you will have even less competition. Okay, so let's click on Hindi and find out the list of teachers. Now once they click on that language, they'll land on this page where they'll be seeing all the teachers listed. Okay, now top tutor 1, 2, 3. 3 people are named as top tutor by Preply. Okay, there are a lot of different things that Preply considers while ranking them. Okay, we're not going to get into that for now, but I'm just showing you the different options that the student might get. Okay, so first of all, here they say online Hindi tutors and teachers looking for an online Hindi tutor. Preply is the leading online language learning platform worldwide. You can choose from 115 Hindi teachers with an average rating of 4.92 out of 5. Now, one big thing you can see here, that when we clicked on the link, they showed there are 227 teachers, but now they are saying there are only 115 tutors. So there is a mismatch. Now I don't know why that mismatch is, but then it is there. Now someone who's landing on this page may feel that Preply is not showing the correct information to them. Okay, so someone who's very touchy about these things may not like it, right? Okay, so they also say 129 customers. This should be students mostly. All right, anyways, book a lesson with a private Hindi teacher today and start learning. Not entirely happy with your tutor? No worries. Preply offers free tutor replacement till you are 100% satisfied. Now this is something which all the teachers should know. Preply actually gives a free replacement to the students. This may not sound very good to the tutors, but then this is how it is. Now what happens is, after you have taken a trial lesson, after the trial lesson is over, Preply sends out an email to the student asking them to get a new tutor if they're not happy with the first tutor that they had the trial with. Okay, Now the problem is that some students just come here to go through different trial lessons. Okay, they talk to different tutors, they talk to different teachers online, and they want to see how they're doing their work or how they're teaching people. Okay, that is something they want to learn. Now they're not getting anything out of it because most of the tutors do not teach anything in the trial lesson, but there are some tutors who actually solve problems, do assignments in the trial lesson itself. Okay, that's the reason you will find a lot of students come to you asking to solve their problems in the trial itself. Okay, if you are someone like me who teaches maths and physics and computers on online or on Preply, you will find a lot of assignment requests from the students. Okay, so try to avoid them, because the moment you do an assignment, you can be sure that the student is not going to come to you again, because he will change that to a different tutor and probably ask that tutor to do a separate assignment for him. Okay, so this is something which Preply does for their business, but it is somehow hampering the teachers also. Now it does not say that if you put your 100%, still the student will not go to another teacher. It's not confirmed, but then try to put your 100% or more than that in the first trial lesson itself, so that the student does not think of going to anyone else. Okay, so this is an option which is little controversial. Not all the teachers like what Preply is doing here. If you are on Facebook and you have joined Preply's group, official group, you will see a lot of teachers have raised this issue. Okay, so anyways, that's something all the teachers should keep in mind. I hope it is clear. Okay, now one more thing here before I move ahead. Preply does not send this email immediately. Okay, they wait for some time. If the student is booking a package with that particular tutor, if the package is not booked, only then Preply will send this kind of email to the student that you can get a free replacement, because Preply also wants the student to book a package. Okay, it helps Preply with their business. So they wait for some time. If the student is not booking, only then they send this kind of an email to the student. Alright, so that's something which is very common. It is for all the languages that are there on Preply. Okay, so it is very common. Next is the filters. I want to learn Hindi language. Since we have clicked on Hindi, this is there. You can also cross this and select other language from here. The next is price per hour. This is very important. Now the student gets to choose a price. Okay, mostly the students will come to something like $20. Okay, they do not want to go beyond $20 in most cases, and also they do not want to go below like $10, because most of the students have a notion that teachers selling their skill for less than $10 an hour may not be that equipped. Okay, so a lot of people who wants to learn Hindi need to understand that they're coming from the Western world, not from the subcontinent, right? So people coming from Western world also measures your performance or your expertise based on the amount that you are charging. Okay, so be very careful to select your rate based on the target students. Okay, so if you're targeting someone from US or UK or Australia, you may put your rate likewise accordingly. Okay, don't always only compare with other teachers. Also understand the mindset of your students, your target students, and then put your rate. So this is the normal range in which the students will search. Okay, so let us choose that. Then the tutor is from. Now since we are learning Hindi, most of the students will want the tutor from any of these countries like Pakistan or India. Okay, because they know that India is where most people speak in Hindi. Okay, and Pakistanis also know Hindi because their Urdu is similar to Hindi. So people may prefer to have someone from India or Pakistan. Okay, so they can select here, they can scroll, or they can even type the name of the country. Okay, India, like that, and they can select from here. Okay, so India is selected, the teacher is from India. Now next is the time. I'm available, select the time. So this is the time which is the local time of the student, not the teacher. Okay, understand this. So if the student is in America, if he is selecting something like morning 6 to 9, it will be American morning 6 to 9. Okay, both the teacher and the student see their calendar in their local time. That's one very good thing about Preply. Okay, so maybe someone can select this based on their convenience. So I'm not going to select anything here, because that may change my filters over there. So let's just keep it like this. Not only the time, the student can also select the day of the week when they want to study. Okay, all right. Next, 3 things. Specialties. What are the specialties? Business Hindi, conversational Hindi, Hindi literature, Hindi as a subject, Hindi for children, Hindi for professionals, Hindi for beginners, and intensive Hindi. Now, all these are actually options for all different languages that they have on Preply, but then these options you can select when you create your profile on preply.com. Okay, if you want to talk to only someone who teaches a kid, okay, you can probably select on Hindi for children. Okay, if you are looking for academic Hindi, then you can probably select this, Hindi as a subject. But normally people come here with business Hindi, conversational Hindi, or Hindi for beginners, okay, Hindi for professionals. These are the options which most of the students look for, because they want to learn how to speak that native language. Okay, all right. So I'm not going to select anything here also. Next is also speaks. This is very, very important, because there are a lot of people who maybe a Russian who wants to learn Hindi. So they would prefer to have someone who can speak Russian. So let's see if there is anyone in this list on preply.com who know Russian and who can also teach you Hindi, right? So let's search for Russian. Here it is. Let's see. So you can see there are no results found. That means there are no teachers who can teach you Hindi who also know Russian. Okay, so we'll deselect that. But if I see something like let's see, Japanese, is there anyone? There is one teacher who knows Japanese, okay, and who also knows Hindi. So you can see this person knows Japanese. If you click on this, see, she is proficient in Japanese. Okay, so this is a very important filter for the students. So if you know any language other than the language that you are going to teach, okay, for this instant it is Hindi. So if you know any language other than Hindi, you can probably select that as well. It will help the students to get to you very fast. Okay, this is a very, very important filter that Preply has. Okay, ensure that you have checked it out. So if I select Bengali from here, you'll find a lot of people. So you can see 9 tutors available who know Bengali. Okay, all right. So that's the also speaks filter on Preply. Let's deselect that. Okay, next is native speaker. Now, what kind of speaker or what kind of tutor you are looking for? Are you looking for a native tutor? Are you looking for something else? You can select from here. Okay, so only Hindi native speakers. There is an option to choose only Hindi native speakers. Whoever has mentioned on their profile that they speak Hindi natively like this will be shown under this filter. So let's see that. So you can see from 66 tutors we have gone down to 60 tutors. So other 6 tutors were not native Hindi speakers. Okay, you can see there are 66 now. So there are a lot of students who actually want to learn from the natives. Okay, also there are students who do not want to learn from natives because they may not understand the accent of the natives. Okay, now I'm telling this from my experience. A lot of students come to me asking to learn English, okay, and then they say that I'm choosing you because I do not understand the English that the natives speak. Okay, when I talk with a native speaker or native tutor, their English is very hard to follow. But since you speak my language or similar language, okay, it is much easier to follow you. So there are a lot of people, maybe suppose he's a Hindi speaking student and he wants to learn English. He may not necessarily go to a native speaker. Okay, he may come to me who knows Hindi and who teaches English. Okay, that can be a possibility as well. So think of your target students before you're creating your profile or before you're selecting those languages that you can speak on preply.com. Now also understand that on Preply you cannot teach multiple language right now, because Preply has limited that to only one language. So be very selective on what you want to teach. Okay, so this is another filter. Next, the last filter that they have here is sort by relevance, popularity, price, highest first, lowest first. There are a lot of students who actually come here and search for lowest first. Okay, if I click on that, you can see someone starting at $10. That's the lowest. Okay, then there are a lot of people who also come and select the number of reviews. Whoever has most number of reviews, you can see that this lady has 93 reviews. Okay, and she is charging $20 per hour. There are a lot of people who want to choose the particular teacher based on these different criteria. Okay, and some people, as I said, some people only prefer to have those teachers who charge a lot. Charge a lot in the sense who are actually charging higher than the average. Okay, because they think that since they are charging higher, they are better than the others. These are the different mindsets that the students have while they select the teacher. Okay, so it can be anything. Normally relevance is the default selection, so this is what most of the students will see by default. They may not come here and change it. If they come here, they may select one of these criteria. Okay, all right, so I'm going to remove this price per hour tag. Okay, and you can see from 66 it becomes 110. So there are 110 tutors who are teaching from this range of $1 to $40 on Preply. So $40 is mostly the cap. Okay, also if I remove this tutor from India, you can see there are 4 more tutors. So when we started the video, there were 115. Okay, I have one more here. So there are 115 tutors, but now it's showing as 114 tutors. Okay, this is making me also feel that this number is not correct. Anyways, so now if you come here and select with lowest first, let's see who's teaching for the lowest price. All right, so this teacher from India, you can see the flag over there, she's asking for $5 per hour. So this is the lowest on preply.com, and she has 330 lessons already. Okay, so if you think that this much amount is good for you, then probably you can ask for it. Now I'm not getting into it because there's a lot of discussion that goes on in the Facebook groups saying whether I should ask for $5 or whether I should ask for $40. What should be the range? Now it only depends on the particular tutor. If you think that teaching for $5 an hour is going to fetch you a lot of students and you are going to have good returns on what you're spending, your skills, your time, your efforts, then it's up to you. Okay, so different people put this price based on different logics, different ideas. Okay, don't worry about it. But then when students come to select their tutor, they will definitely look at this. As I said, many students do not like tutors who charge this less. Okay, and there are also a lot of students who look for tutors who are charging only $5, okay, or maybe $6. They want to have the cheapest tutor available. But you can understand someone who's looking for cheap may not be a very good client or very good customer. If you are someone regular on my channel who sees my videos on freelancing and making money online, I've always talked about this. Do not underprice yourself. Okay, anyways, so we'll talk about that in some other video. Today I'm just showing you the different filters, how the student normally comes and selects a particular tutor on Preply. Okay, so that's the lowest first. If we go to highest first, let's see who's asking highest. So this teacher is asking for $25 per hour, and she has already done 41 lessons. She has 4.9 star reviews, so she is asking the maximum on Preply. There are others also, like 457 lessons, $25, 4.8 stars. Okay, all right. So those are the different filters that the students will look for when they search for the teachers on preply.com. Okay, now let's come to the next next important thing, which is the teacher profile. I'm going to create a separate video on going through different teachers' profile and trying to understand how they have done good or how they have done bad. In this video, I'm going to just show you what are the different things that the student is looking for. Okay, first of all, the student will come here and see your name, your languages that you are teaching. Okay, how many students you have, how many lessons you have completed. These are very important statistics. Okay, then they'll also find out or search for what are the languages that you speak apart from the language that you teach. Okay, then there is something called the description. So here is the bio or description of the tutor. Okay, this is where you can write something which will force the student to book a trial lesson with you. Okay, write something very good. We have talked about it. There's a video that I've created where I've told you how to build this description. Okay, what to write on this. So if you have not seen that video, kindly watch that as well. All right, so this is something that the student will look for. Then they can also see the different reviews that the teacher has. Now if the student wants to learn more about this teacher, they'll probably click on the name or the photo and then land up on their profile page. Okay, from here they can only see this much. All right, the next is the video of the tutor. Now on Preply, all the tutors need to have a introductory video for themselves. Very, very important. Okay, so the students will come here and they can watch the video from here itself or after they have visited the tutor's profile. Okay, apart from the video, they can also see the times that the tutor is free or busy. Okay, so this is the local time of the student. Understand, it's not the teacher's local time. And here the student can also see the full schedule. Okay, all right, now let's see the entire profile of this particular teacher who's coming at the top every time. Okay, she's done very well. So this is how the teacher profile looks once you click and open it up. And these are the basic things. You can see the reviews from here. You can go to different segments of this profile from the tabs here. Okay, the videos over here. Then you can book a trial lesson, you can send a message, and you can see this information. There is very, very nice information for the students to understand that there are so much demand for this teacher right now. Okay, in last 48 hours, that means in last 2 days, 15 lessons were booked for this tutor. Okay, and she responds within 1 hour. So she is one of those top performing teachers on Preply who's teaching Hindi right now. Next, about the teacher. This is the biodata or the description that I was talking about. So click on show more. This is what she has written about herself on Preply. Okay, if you are a tutor, probably you want to write a little more, but then things are working for her and she is the best here. So you can learn from her as well. Then the schedule, how much is available. Okay, what are the times that are available, what times are not available, you can find from here. Then the student scrolls down and you can see that there are 87 5-star reviews and 6 4-star reviews. Now normally students don't give less star reviews, they always give 5-star reviews, but then there may be some students like that. Then the students will definitely come here and read your reviews to understand how good a teacher you are. So if you are having a good time with some student, ask them to write a good review for yourself. You cannot probably ask them to give you a 5-star rating, but then you can just say that whatever you feel like, if you are very happy with me, please write a review. Okay, those reviews will help the next student to choose whether they want to go with you or not. Very important. Okay, so you can see that these are the reviews. You can click on more reviews and the student can see more. Okay, so that's one thing. Next is resume, education, diploma verified, okay, work experience, where she has worked, certifications, these are the certification that she has. So these are the various things that the students may see. Now understand that on Preply there are a lot of tutors who do not have any certifications, okay, they are not verified. Okay, so when a student comes, they will probably prefer someone who's having a certification over someone who does not have a certification. Okay, that is a criteria, because they do not know how the new tutor is unless they take a class, unless they book a trial lesson. They will not know how exactly the teacher is, right? So if they have a certification, if they see that the teacher has a certificate, they may be more willing to go with that particular teacher. Okay, so if you have any certification which are relevant to what you teach, ensure that you get it verified by Preply. Okay, all right. Then these are the subjects that she teaches. Now you can see that she teaches multiple languages, Bengali and Hindi, and I told you some time back that Preply only allows you to teach one language. That is because she must have joined long back when Preply used to allow multiple languages or multiple subjects to be taught. Okay, that's the only reason. Okay, next you can see here, since we are going through Hindi, let's see that. Next you can see that there are options like conversational Hindi, Hindi for beginners, Hindi for children. You remember the filter that we had earlier? There we could select all this. Okay, so she has mentioned all these things that she teaches. Hindi as a subject, intensive Hindi, she teaches all this. Okay, so someone looking for Hindi for children can come here and read what exactly she is doing for the children. Then it will be much easier for them to select. Okay, all right. So that's all I think I should show you in this particular video, where I wanted to tell how exactly a student selects or gets to the teacher that they want to go with on Preply.com. Okay, if you have any questions, if you want to know about Preply.com, if you have any questions regarding teaching on Preply, making money online while teaching, or anything regarding online teaching, please feel free to ask in the comment section below. I answer most of your queries. I actually respond to all the comments that I get, and I'll be very happy to answer your question as well. So feel free to ask. Again, thanks a lot for watching this video till the end. I'm very happy to have you here, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. I create this kind of videos very regularly on the Indian Freelancer YouTube channel. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. This is Stan signing off. Bye bye.